Quick story time. So what happened was our brakes failed. We're reversing. Our brakes decided, hey, we don't want to brake anymore. And unfortunately, we hit the water meter. My folks were without water for an entire week. Absolutely jarring. Another process that is absolutely jarring is we need to pop the hood each time we need to start the car. So today we're gonna sort that out. I bought a push start button. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna switch on the ignition, and from switching on the ignition, we're gonna push to start. I'll show you where we're about to mount it in a second. It is like they had known. These we didn't make ourselves. This hole and this one came like this from factory, but we found a new purpose for it. So this is the stuff I was telling you about, and it fits like a glove. So when we have the ignition on, we're just gonna press and it starts, hopefully. So if you're new here, this is how we start the car. We connect up positive and negative down there. So we take a screwdriver and then connect the two just until the starter cranks so it can crank the flywheel. So now we're going to connect a negative wire and the positive one, and both of these wires are going to come through this hole right here, which will then lead us through there. The wires will be able to come under here into the starter. So pretty simple. And yeah, let's get that sorted and see if it works. Let's go. Boom, we are back. So we have the key in the ignition. The ignition is on, you can see by the red light, and now it is moment of truth.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah! So now that we have the ignition sorted, we no longer need to go to the front and pop the bonnet open for us to get the car started. That's sorted, and I need to speak inside because it's so windy outside. But on to the next thing. Boom! So because the brakes collapsed, we need to repeat the whole bleeding process once again. Now I'm gonna remove that tire because the bleed nipple is easier to get to. And so in 3, 2, 1, there we go. So the wheel is out and the bleed nipple, oh, it should be somewhere here. This is the bleed nipple. So my dad has been pumping the brakes for a minute now, but still nothing is coming out of the bleeding nipple, which makes me think, is it the brake lines or is there a problem with the brake cylinder? I don't know. Let's check it out and inspect it. Guys, we are still trying to solve the braking problem. Besides the braking problem, the car runs rough. Listen to this. So we are here because the car doesn't want to stop, and that is why we crashed. But we took out the brake cylinder, I think that's what it's called, because these were not getting any brake fluid. All I know is this right here is blocked, right? There's a cylinder inside of here, and because that is blocked, we are going to need to free the cylinder. So it's either I'm going to use Q20 or I'm going to have to use the compressor at the back. Let's see how it goes. Now, this is what this was meant to look like and worked as well. So the brake booster is going to come in here. This is then going to build pressure for all the fluid that's going to be in here out of here. Whoa, so it seems that was the problem. It seemed to have worked, and I know it's worked because here is the fluid. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is all brake fluid right here. Let us bleed the brakes and get to it. So one more thing I actually forgot to show you guys is the damage the accident caused. So down here, this got hit right here, and it bent this trim. I think the body shop will be able to fix this, but yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh.
Then it dies. When I apply brakes, it dies. Why? Man, I genuinely don't know why this car is misfiring. I would be lying. This is the part where YouTube comes in handy. I am going to go and watch a ton of YouTube videos. Hopefully, they'll be able to tell us what the problem is. So the next time you see me, hopefully, we would know what the problem is. Let's go.
After many hours of being on YouTube, I think I might know what the problem is. Check this out.
I looked at the coil and that is broken. And so this might be why the car runs rough. Alright, so this is the all new one. And as you can see, nothing is broken in the inside. So out with the old, in with the new. Let's try again. So we have connected the car to power. I don't have a jumper box or whatever you call that thing, but we are about to start it. Let's go. Yeah. Our only problem now is this and that. We've got brakes. It runs.
So yeah, guys, we are about to drive the car. I'm the cameraman, by the way. Let's go.
Check it out. Yeah, that's what I know. Yeah, baby. But it does. I think the idling is low. What do you think?
Yeah.
Nah? Yeah. Let's fix the idling real quick. So this right here is the accelerator. This is the adjuster, so you can see there. So all I'm gonna do is screw this one in forward so it can hold idle. But what I will say is this car runs a whole lot smoother ever since we got that new distributor cap. So now the car runs and we've got brakes. Only thing left to do right now is to drive this car. I'm so excited. Let's go for our first drive. This is a magical moment for the channel. Don't die, don't die. It didn't die. This is our very first drive. Ooh, listen to that. Yeah! We are driving. We'll figure out why it pops and why it bangs, but it drives. That's our first successful drive. So we've swapped around the firing order. I don't hear the pops and bangs anymore. Hopefully be okay. Let's go for one more drive. Maybe it'll work. Yeah, we're stopping and we're driving. Hop in. I think our firing order was off when we replaced the distributor cap. Okay, so we've identified. Look at that. Our steering rack is seen better days, but smooth drive. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.
So I put my foot on gas, driving way too fast.
Whoa!
My mind don't feel